Hello. Good morning. Good day. Afternoon. Good evening. Whatever you like. Good night. I'm here sitting and eating my peanuts and chai. Everybody knows chai. Even those that shouldn't know, they know. It's something we often tend to go into. You should know. You should know. As far as you are there, you should know. Kind of obvious that you should know. You are blamed for not knowing. Someone is like that. You should know. And it is hard to cope with people's expectation of me knowing. It can be a certain situation that you get it one way and not the right way. You only get it from your side, and people can start a quarrel over that because you get it only one way. You don't listen to how it is from the other side. So it's kind of common with couples, with friends, with just professional relation, like a co-worker or something that you are new to this. And you thought of it in this way, but not in the right way. And in fact, there should not be a blame to you. There should be just a tolerance of understanding that we are in every bits and pieces of this life. The more you go into the bits, the more space it generates. It's kind of, you go into the atom, and when you see an atom, if you can see it, you see a lot of space. And when you go into that space with electrons and so on, you see only void. So every bits and pieces have its own realm, have its own nature. The more you go into details, it can be too big to fathom. So, if you are in your world of bits and pieces, it can be hard to get other perspectives, others so-called narratives, so-called views on a thing. If I come to Africa, where my girlfriend is, and I have never been there before. Say that. I have never been there before. That's because I know some of the differences. It doesn't come as a shock to me how people think in that world. And I came to Asia, Brunei and Malaysia, and there were certain gestures that my son-in-law had to teach me. Don't do that. Don't point, for example. Don't point like that. Just do this, like this, or this sign. It's kind of not obvious for me, because pointing in that world is maybe, I don't know, but I think it can be just a very strong word of challenge, like a confrontational gesture. But in Brunei, I experienced people very nice, and since I'm from another district in the world, so to say, they tolerated me as I was. It's kind of a toleration, a people of tolerance. When you come to Norway, I heard in the 70s, when I started working I started at this factory where my dad also worked for a short time after moving from Kristiansand to Kongsberg in, I think it was in 55, 56, somewhere around that time, maybe 57 even. My sister and brother have to correct me on that, but I don't think they are listening to this. He started working at a factory of weapons. He was drilling the, let me see, the barrel of a gun. So he did not start there. I think he started up as a mason. He was not a professional mason, but he could do it. He was, let me Google that too. He was supporter for those masons. So he built up something in Kongsberg that is called Mynta. It's just called Mynta. And if you have a coin, they made coins there. Big rollers of that pressed this coin to place, and he didn't work there, but he built up the building and many more building. So when he came to Kenya, he also were some kind of a supervisor as a mason. All it took, it was a mason. He knew how to do the foundation. The foundation of a building is that important. You can be as a good mason you want, but if you don't have any clue about foundation, which he obviously had. The foundation for a building is the uttermost. The walls can be nice, but the foundation, if it's have some weakness, it will fall. He tried different line of work. So have I. And he ended up in this weapon factory called Våpenfabrikken, where he drilled a hole in the barrel. So when I started working there I think it was in late 70s, something like that, I heard they more or less complained because Norway had started this kind of refugee or immigration, and people from Muslim countries, and they had no tolerance for those people that were rejecting our food. Kind of, can't they? Now they are in Norway. This is a country where they are so fortunate to come to. So why do they reject our food? So I heard that the food contained pork and other stuff that a Muslim wouldn't take. But we had no tolerance. We could receive them, we could act as the mercy, I don't know what it's called, the Samaritan, the nice Samaritan that cared for those people. We were the angels. We had no self-mirroring ability. We were only the nice. We support foreign countries. We send help to foreign countries that are less fortunate than our. And it's this kind of attitude that now they are here. They have to take what they are given. What are they? Spoiled brats. So it had this confrontation, and Norway is from all times regarding Jews. You see, even still in Norway you have this hatred for Jews. You see in the news media, the leftists have the media more or less captured. Even Christian national newspaper. Have this attitude to Israel, to Jews. They would rather see a Jewish refugee from Ukraine as from Germany. They could pity them. But Jews, or those that came to Israel and founded the country, which were where they were coming from. Every nation, every people, every what? They will strive for getting back from where they come. When they were refugees in Egypt, they only wanted to get back. Even the place they were living was not that nice. Canaan was not that nice. Anyway, they had to flee to Egypt in order to get food. So I'm not making a joke of that, but they had to. So no wonder a people like the Jews would want to go back. And now it's all about the Palestinian. It's another denial. Not only were we responsible for the Holocaust, they blame the Jews. We did it. The Jews may say whatever they want, but we were the responsible parties. We had this attitude to Jews. No toleration. So I would say, enough with all this repeating. Jews are an indicator of our tolerance. Just saying. Because it goes so deep. It goes to the rights for every person. It doesn't have to do with who is what or what is who. No. It have only to do with every person's right to self-determination. So when the refugees came to Norway, they were in place for them. The people's attitude when I was working at the factory maybe was similar, or maybe lighter, I don't know. I wouldn't compare it, but you see, it's this kind of racistic attitude. Not only is it racistic, it is very much proof of our intolerance. So churches today, they don't talk about Israel, Jews. No, it's not in their vocabulary. They read from the Psalms. They read from the Bible. They read from the Torah. But they can't handle Israel. They can handle a pity refugee of a Jew. Oh, we are so nice, we pity you. It's the same. It's just the same. People should shame themselves. Be ashamed of themselves. And if you can't arrest your own intolerance, it's good that we are arrested for intolerance, because intolerance is just a proof of something, maybe a minor default, minor ability. We didn't go out in space to get a better overview. We didn't go out to get a better picture. We didn't go there. We just stayed at home. We just stayed in our own community. We just stayed by ourselves. We just kept isolating ourselves just in order to feel safe. It's this kind of I can understand from different perspective why people are not doing such hiding such because it can be too much. I get that. It is not that I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that are so self-orientated, self-preoccupied, importance. It's only me that is, this is all about. The life, the world, the universe is all about me, how I feel. So every bits and pieces of unjust. I have come to some clarity of that. Life is not how to make it as. Let me start again. I don't think life is how to deal with injustice. That is life. I think it's exactly that. Life is how to deal with the unjust. So that's my saying. How we deal with it. You see, I try to exercise something over time. To be at different places, be different people, how to interact with different people. And one thing I have learned, you can't control the outcome. You can't control what people are doing. You have to let it be. You have to accept whatever people say or do, or how they think, how they are. It's a learning curve, how to deal with something very unjust. You may feel bad about it, but you can't correct it. You can only correct yourself. I said to my daughters that life is just all about dealing with stuff that we don't like. If you don't like, I didn't like porridge, oat porridge or rice porridge, especially rice porridge. It was kind of that bad, but porridge in general, I couldn't handle it, or take it. I couldn't. But my sister-in-law, the wife of my brother, she made rice porridge in a way that I liked it. And credit to her. She did. I think we only need to get it from someone else. The porridge you get from your mom isn't all that good. but the porridge that you can be served, that you feel you can't say no, because you will shame yourself by saying no, I don't like it. You have to try. You have to do your best. It's not only about what you like. It's also about what you make. Whether it's or not. I have a friend. I food picker. I'm a food picker, and he made something that I'm glad that he's not all that YouTube like. He made something without onion and salt. He didn't even spiced it up. So he made this meat without onion and salt, not even pepper. So I chew on this meat. I had so hard time. I salted and salted and salted, and I didn't say a word. You need salt in order to gain some taste. But I said, this is a real taste. I have to twist or tweak my words so that I shouldn't, I wouldn't expose how I had a hard time getting it in. What a taste! So here you have a trick. If you eat something that you don't want to express all that disappointment or dislike, you just say, "Oh, what a taste!" This is a trick of mine you can use because it's hidden what you really experience. What a taste! So you see, to interact with people, it's an exercise. I do it for my own peace of mind. I do it not because I am drawn or attracted to certain people. It just gave me this learning curve. Even I don't feel anything for those people. I'm drawn in because I have this need to change myself within the small space I am at. So when you see something you don't know, you may dislike it, you may disapprove of it even. And maybe after some time, like with my sister-in-law, made this rice porridge. I sugared it because I need sugar. And I began to eat. And I said, wow, what a taste! And it was in fact good. I was shocked to my own surprise that this lady, she made good porridge. I even liked it. When is the next time we are going to have this porridge? So you see the life that you are prejudiced of. It can't be good coming from Nazareth, they said. What is good from Nazareth? They said, what is good coming from Norway? What is good about the Israeli? I will arrest you now. They say, what is good from what can be good from Norway? You hate us. What is good? Ah, I know. Ole Solskjær, this football player, and the fish. Ole Gunnar Solskjær and the fish in Norway. So this Solskjær should know that I make him as a very well-known guy when I'm in Israel. No, when I say I'm from Norway. What is good in Norway? They are so picky, and but they are good people, genuine, and as is Norwegian. We are good people. Let us just try to show it as we continue this life. So, my friends, try to enlarge your view, broaden your view. You will be amazed, though, that the difference is not that far away and big, and that you can cope.